Hello, everybody. It's Professor Suarez reporting from Starbucks in Edgewater, one of my favorite Starbucks in the area. And if you're watching this video, it's because you're wondering how I was able to use $3,000 of my savings and turn that into $1,000 in profit. We're going to go over some key concepts here that you could apply in any of your investments or any of your savings options, so that way you could get a better return for it. So let's go ahead and get started. If you know what, actually, to my left here, I have a list of deposits I made, and it's only $1. And this is a key concept I learned very early on. Me and my friends in high school, we would play dollar games of poker, and what we would do is we'd each put up $1 and play games until we felt like we've made enough money, or our friends were tired of losing money. But in most cases, we would end up with the money we started, right? Because eventually you keep playing, and either you lose it one day or you make it back another day. But it was kind of like a fun Ponzi scheme. And this is a concept that I actually applied in one of my investments, and I'm going to show you guys today, right? So Robinhood is one of the tools I use to invest my money. Robinhood is actually a very good app. It's free, and you could start with as little as $1 to get started with your investing. As you can see on the left side, right over here, the first slide over here where it has the $20.33. You can see I did $1 a day starting December 12th, and right now I have $20 in the market, and I was able to make 1.65%, which is about 32 cents. And that might not seem like a lot, but what you're really trying to do is try to get to a point where you beat out the market. So if I didn't have it here, I'd have it in a retail savings bank, which has about 0.01% interest that they give back, which is 1 cent on every 100, right? Now, if I was able to get this up to maybe like 5% or 6% return, then on $100 I'd be making $6, right? And what's great about this is it's like those dollar games. You end up making your money back if you hold it for the long position, and if you're using volatile stocks, you're actually making more of a return. Now, the other piece too is if you have a bunch of different stocks in different industries, that may reduce your risk of losing money, but it also going to reduce the amount that you actually get back, right? Because that's something that we call in the investment industry diversifying, because you are spreading out your investments so that way if one goes up, the other goes down at the same time. And for some people that might seem counterintuitive, but what that really is a free lesson for you. And that's actually from Leary, one of the Shark Tank hosts, said that diversifying is a way to get a free lesson, right? And what you start doing is you're putting $1 in every day, but you're learning exactly how the market moves and what stocks and what industries are the best ones to put your money in, right? And then when you find that you're making a substantial amount or a higher percentage than what you would in some of your other investments, that's when you can start putting more money in. And Robinhood's great because they actually allow you to do leverage investments and for the higher profile, the premium account, which is an option you could get into if you find that you're doing a much better job with your investments. Now, if you want a free stock, if you put in my friend code, there is a special promotion going on that you're able to get free stocks when you download the app. Another piece, though, if you do happen to share this app with your friends as well, use your own friend code and you'll get a free stock as well. All right? So the second piece, or the second tool that I used, was Betterment, which is an online investment tool that's a managed account. The real key to this one is it's low cost, right? So it's a free account. The return I'm getting on this is about 5%. So if you put $100 in it, you're getting $5 back. So for every 100 you put, it's not bad compared to the 0.01 100% return. Right now I have, so what's great about the Betterment account, I'm going to show you exactly how the tool works. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you a screenshot of mine, but if you look here on the phone, they actually have a spread of how they invest the stocks and what percentage is stocks and what percentage is bonds. There's actually a dial that you could switch back and forth between them. If you want to be more aggressive, you invest in stock. If you want to be less aggressive, you invest in bonds. The way stock usually works is they put it in diversified accounts. So again, your returns aren't as much, but it's safer. And since it's managed, you don't necessarily need to go up and buy the stocks and sell the stocks unless you're looking to, again, go for a more conservative approach, which is bonds and securities. But you know, I find this tool very effective. I was able to make about $50. I had about 1,000 in the Betterment account. So I mean, so far, based on the slides you've seen, I've made about $50.30, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the next tool that I used that actually was able to make me a substantial amount more. Okay, so this is Merrill Edge. They're a branch of Bank of America, and they had a special promotion for the IRA where you were able to get up to $600 to fund an IRA account. Now, the key difference between Merrill Edge and a Betterment account is the cost. So whenever if you were to do trades on the Merrill Edge platform, they charge approximately $6.95 versus Betterment that's free. But you have more control of your investments. So let's go ahead and look at that. So the Merrill Lynch account is what we would call self-directed, which means that you are managing your assets and you're picking the investments, right? Since there is a cost associated with it, you would want to hold a long position. And what a long position means is you're holding the asset for as long as you possibly can because it's going to go up and the value is going to go up. When the value is going to go down, you can still make money on that investment, but you would have to short the investment. And that's a bit more complicated and a little bit harder to do on some of these tools. They don't let you do that, right? But the overall key here is if you put a certain amount at 600 automatically in there. And with the way I invested in the Merrill Lynch, I was able to make about $900, including the 600. So I ended up putting 3,000 in the market, and I made about 10% return. Now my 401k is making about 15%, and on top of that, they're matching whatever I put up. So of course that's going to be substantially more, but if you don't have the benefit of using a 401k, this is the next best step in investing in your retirement, right? And the other piece though too is this money is not easily accessible. So if we go in order from Robinhood, Betterment to Merrill Lynch, Robinhood is actually still liquid. You could move that money back and forth and it'll still be free. It wouldn't cost you anything. Betterment is also the same factor. There's no cost to move the money either. But Merrill Lynch, if it's an IRA account, whenever you deduct, you're going to be losing about 20% because there's a 10% penalty and then 10% is withheld for taxes. So 1/5 of your investment would be deducted if it's done before the time period. The other key though is if you were looking to take that investment and put it in an asset, let's say real estate, you could take up to $10,000 and put it towards the down payment of your house with no penalty. So, I mean, another way to consider this is it's a savings for your house, right? For more tips, I do offer a finance course in Bergen Community College, but feel free to email me any questions you may have. Again, I'm not certified to give investment advice, but I could always guide you with some of the principles that you would need to be able to make some money in the market. Again, this is Professor Suarez signing off, giving you some unorthodox advice about your finances. Hope it was helpful. Take care.